Hi everybody and welcome to today's Jungle Musings. Today the topic is based on the cornerstone philosophy in the jungle, think big, play big. I'm talking about abundance consciousness today and where to go to get some and how you get abundance consciousness and what is abundance consciousness anyway. One way that I would describe or define abundance consciousness is living in a high vibration that matches that of your higher self. I'll say that again. It is living in a high vibration that matches that of your higher self. Now, wouldn't it be great if every time you felt your vibration going low and you were feeling lethargic or depressed or anything like this, that you understood that you could just charge up? You could just, like in the movie Avatar, you could just take your tail and just put it in the energy source energy hook up and just get hooked up with source energy, just revitalized. How's that sound? Would you like it? Of course you'd like it, right? And so what I want to talk about is this thing called mindfulness and what it does to actually make abundance consciousness available to all of us. And mindfulness, the part that I want to talk about is how our minds actually are always out forming agreement. The human mind likes to form agreement. And I'll give you an example of something that's an extreme example, just so I can make the point really clearly. That is, if you notice someone, you may be this person who follows conspiracy theories. And although I must say, as a side note, if you follow conspiracy theory, you probably don't think it's a conspiracy. I found that out when I talked to the last person I talked to who follows a conspiracy theory, and I said, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. And they said, no, it's not. It's the truth. But so that's a whole nother video. Anyway, someone who follows conspiracy theory, they are always gathering evidence for that conspiracy. So they may go on YouTube, read things, be on online forums, have conversations, looking to form agreement for that particular conspiracy. Now, our minds do this all the time, and some of the things that we look for agreement for are positive and build energy and create a closer relationship with our higher self. And other things that we form agreement for are in defense to feeling ashamed of ourselves or that self-doubt or anything that falls in the arena of lack and scarcity, like needing proof of our validity, of our enoughness on the planet. And those kinds of looking for agreement usually take us down a trail of low energy. Usually those are the ego looking for agreement to prove to ourselves that we're worthy or whatever. And so what if you had an autocorrect? What if every time your mind went to form agreement for something that was going to suck the life force out of you and keep you separate from your higher self, your source energy self? What if you had an autocorrect and whenever you started, your mind started going and forming agreement for something that wasn't really going to serve you, it recalculated and it went over here to where it was needing to really initially form agreement, which is abundance consciousness. That this world is, this universe is naturally benign and loving and huge, like plenty of resources, plenty of love, plenty of time, plenty of enoughness. I know, if you right now are so far into lack and scarcity consciousness, what I just said is like bizarre or it just doesn't at all fit for you, that's okay. That's fine. No problem. But let me just say also in abundance consciousness, you didn't get here accidentally. Nothing's an accident when you're dealing in these types of spiritual principles called abundance consciousness. So there are different things that our mind aligns us with that zaps our energy, like absolutely takes our life force away. And I gave you conspiracy theory as the first example. I also want to say gossip. Gossip is a really big one, and people don't realize what kind of energetic price they pay when they engage in gossip. So gossip at first can feel like a hit of energy because it's the ego's form of gathering energy for itself. But at the level of higher self, it depletes your energy completely. So where you initially may get a hit of energy from a good gossip session, if you pay enough attention to your energetic being, what you will find is later you pay the royal energetic price for it. So where's a starting point for really getting your autocorrect to get you on path to less aligning with things that zap your energy and more aligning yourself with energy giving abundance consciousness? And the answer to that is, well, there's more than one, but one answer would be to more and more get yourself viscerally located. Most everybody in our society today just lives up in their heads, 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 thinking. In fact, if you're one of these people, your mind right now is saying mindfulness. Your mind is offended by what I'm saying because your mind wants your attention to stay up there thinking, analyzing, thinking. But when we're stuck up in our heads, that's a sure way to really get crosswise with what we align ourselves with, and terms of really being clear about forming agreement for things that serve us and energize us, opens up doors, creates powerful relationships and conversations, versus things that just happened over and over and over and over again. In AA, what they call doing the same thing over and over and over again is insanity. So if you want some change, if you want some life, you want some vitality, then learn to take your attention away from your thinking mind and bring it down into your energetic body. So first, the way you do it is that you bring your attention down into your physical body. That's right. Take your human attention and bring it down into your physical body, and then begin to be with what you notice when you're in your physical body. And then you can move further into noticing the energy as well. A lot of people tell me, Kelly, you got such great energy. And it's like, well, how do they know that? Because they feel it viscerally. They feel it viscerally, but not everybody can articulate that. They do feel it, but they don't know why they feel it or what they're feeling or how they're feeling it or where did I get it from or how did I do it. But it's like, really, this is life force. It's life force. If you want more energy, you want more life force, you want to be able to go to your source station and source up, then you first have to figure out, like, get really clear about where your mind is looking for agreement that's pulling you out and taking and zapping your energy. It could be the people you run with. It could be the organization you work in. It could be your own lack of boundaries with people, families, friends, whatever. But there are certain ways that you can always raise your energy, recharge your life force through mindfulness and through abundance consciousness. Until next time, as usual, please share this with the friends that this will make a difference for, and like it and give me some comments if you have some for me. And until next time,